Hey, this is AJ Rounds with Keyrenter. Today we're going to do something a little different than what we've normally done. People love to hear, my family especially, neighbors, friends, it makes for great dinner conversations, but they love to hear fun stories or even tenant stories about property management. And I'm telling you, there are a lot. We see all kinds of stories all the time. In fact, I tell my team, I think we've seen it all. The very next day, sometimes even the next hour, another situation comes up where we've never seen it. So property management's fun because it's dynamic and it's always changing, and there's a lot of cool things happening and maybe some not so cool things happening too, let's be honest. But it's great because we get to learn and adjust, tuck and roll, and be flexible wherever we need to be. So one of the stories I remember, it was when Keyrenter Provo, the ad office, was brand new. One of our earlier properties was a fourplex, and this investor had just purchased his first fourplex. He was super excited about it. He got a really good deal on it, and it was in the South Provo area. And the reason he got such a great deal on it was because one of the units had been completely used for it was a full-on meth operation. So they were growing, they were cooking, they were distributing everything. So we both came to find out, and he didn't know this, and I hadn't had a lot of experience with this at the time either. But when you have an apartment that has had any sort of meth contamination, you have to completely remediate that entire apartment. And although it was only a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit, it wasn't very big. I think it was around 1,350 square feet. The entire thing had to be remediated, meaning they have to go and completely sanitize and wipe down the walls, and in some instances paint them. Carpet has to be completely replaced. You have to take down all curtains, all substances. Even countertops, if they're porous, have to be removed. Everything that has any sort of pores or any sort of sponge-like qualities where it would soak that vapor and or that chemical in has to be replaced. That happens as an expense after you remediate. So the remediation side is just sanitizing the entire unit. And for that unit, I think it was around, if I remember right, around $10,000. So it's not cheap, and there's only a couple folks that really do it well here in the state of Utah because it just doesn't happen that often. So word to the wise, if you're ever going to buy an apartment, make sure it doesn't have any meth contamination. And if it does, that's okay, we can get through it, but it's gonna be expensive to get it remediated. So there's a fun story about property management. This is AJ Rounds with Keyrenter signing out.